Writing the book is easy, yes, but then you have to think of the things that are going to like drag people in. This is the best month to start with goals because it's not too long. Like, oh my gosh, setting goals is so difficult for me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Life of Nasa. I'm Nasa, and over here we get into a little bit of writing, a little bit of lifestyle, a little bit of faith, everything that just makes up my life. The Life of Nasa, you get it? Okay, today we are going to be going over my February writing goals. Today is February 2nd, and I am setting a few goals for this month when it pertains to my writing. The list is not extensive because February is only 28 days and I don't want to overwhelm myself, but I do want to have something to start with and then something to look back at when the month is over to see, how I've done. So if you're interested in hearing my February writing goals, maybe you haven't even thought about your goals for February, but you want to create some. Maybe you're trying to figure out what other people are striving for, or maybe you just really rock with me like that and you want to watch my video. That's cool. I rock with you too. But be sure to like this video, comment down below one of your February writing goals, and subscribe to my channel. Let's just get right into my goals. Okay, my first goal is to write something every day. I feel like I said this in maybe my first writing vlog, or I may have said it in like my how to finally publish your book in 2025 video. But the idea is that I will write something every day, and over time it'll become what I want it to be. Because I find myself oftentimes, like today is Sunday and I typically record my writing vlogs on Sunday, but I'm just kind of off track this week. So that's why we're getting another writing video, just not a writing vlog. But I dedicate a lot of time on Sundays to write. And then throughout the week, I try and dedicate time as well. But I oftentimes spend time when I do sit down to write, trying to like fix something that I wrote before, or trying to low-key start revising while I'm supposed to be writing. And so in the end, I don't really give much time to writing, and I'm tired of that. It also will kind of get rid of the whole idea of like, it needs to be perfect to go on the page, when I'm literally in my first draft at this moment. And I put first draft in quotations because I think that I'm learning more about how abnormal my writing process can be. And if you want to hear a little bit more about that, check out my last writing vlog where I talk about my writing process. But I'm only in my first draft, so it's not supposed to be perfect. So if I'm writing, even when I don't feel like it, even when, it's not something that my character would say, or even if I don't fully have an internal thought that one of my characters may have fully thought out, I can still put it on the paper and then come back to it because I have something that I've written and something that is at least there and ready to be edited. So that is my first goal, to just write every day, no matter how good it is, no matter how bad it is, just get it out. My second goal, which is kind of attached to that goal, if I write every day, then I will reach this goal. My second goal is to make it to 60,000 words. I didn't set like, when I started this book, I didn't set like a word goal. I just, because at some point it wasn't about the amount of words that I have or the amount of chapters, but it was more so about being sure that I've told the story. But I'm at 37,000 right now, and I think I'm definitely halfway through the book, over halfway through the book, that's for sure. And so I feel like 60 is like a good sweet spot. My last book, I think, was 67,000. And so, yeah, I think I can do 60 this month if I write every day. I think I can do 60 this month for no other reason than I just want to hit 60, because to me, that'll indicate that I'm closer to finishing the book. And I do want to start wrapping this up pretty soon. And I have an idea of how I want it to end. And so kind of giving myself those goals is like putting me on track to finishing the book so that I can kind of get into the next steps. My next goal is a pretty big one because you essentially really can't release a book without this one. I want to think of a title. I don't have a title yet. I want to figure out what I'm going to call my book. my last book is called Not Just Anyone, and somewhere in the book, my male main character says that like the female main is not just anyone. It's really cute. But I don't know if I did the title first and then I like was writing and I was like, oh, I'm gonna put that in. Or if I said, I think I did the title first. I don't think I did the scene first. I think I did the title first. I don't know if that's what I want to do this time around. I don't know. So I need to figure out like what my title is gonna be. Like, cause that's kind of like, I don't want it to be seen as like corny, you know, or like cliche. I don't know. So I need to figure out a title. That's a really big piece of writing a book. Like, girl, what are you gonna call it? Untitled? Like, that's not terrible though. No, but yeah, I need to figure out a title. So that is definitely one of my goals. I haven't thought about it. So I don't want to I don't plan to come out of this month with a title in mind. It would be great if I did though, but I want to start getting title ideas down based on the themes of my book, based on maybe like the characteristics of my characters, maybe, yeah, like maybe there's just one central theme that can be summed up into a word or a phrase that I could name my book. TBD, but that is definitely something that I need to figure out this month. In line with coming up with a title, the other goal or the opposite side of that goal is to figure out a concept for my cover. So I was talking to someone and I was just trying to figure out if I do this idea that I have, like, is that very common in the Christian romance world? But then also, like, is it a little too playful for the themes in my book? So I have like concepts of a cover, but I'm just not sure if that's the route that I'd like to go. And so I think if I can sit down this month and kind of knock out most of the book or as much as I can, then I can start thinking about the actual logistics of like a cover, a title, things that like writing the book is easy, yes, but then you have to think of the things that are going to like drag people in or like get people's attention. Like this cover, you walking down an aisle and you see the cover, or you're scrolling on a web page and you see the cover. Like I want it to be something that screams out to people, but I also want it to be true to the book. So that is something that I need to sit with this month. And again, not the idea that I will come out of March 1st, I'll be like, hey, I got my cover last month, this is great. But at least start my wheels turning and kind of have concepts that I can go into the next month with and start kind of narrowing down choices for my title and my cover page. So that's a goal for me. And then my final goal for February is to start brainstorming social media ideas. So in my first vlog, my first writing vlog, I shared that I use Pinterest a lot to kind of mood board, which I do. I do use Pinterest to mood board, and I use it also for social media, which I talked about. My author page is here because I honestly don't remember. It's author_NR or author_NR_. I'll just put it here. But I use a lot of photos from my mood board to market my book on social media. And I think once you find like your little sweet spot of marketing and what works for you, then you can kind of move forward with that. So it was working for me and I want to tap into that again, but I just want to be a little bit more creative with it. So I need to start brainstorming ways to do that and kind of like writing that down and keeping track of that, because I want to have at least 2 solid months of marketing. And so obviously coming up with like a schedule, because 2 months isn't that long. It would be great if I could if I do give myself more time, but like 2 months is the minimum. Like I need at least 2 months to market. And so thinking about scheduling, what do I want to post? How do I want to post? How much about my book do I want to give off to people? And then additionally, like if I plan to run ads, how much money do I need to set aside for those ads? Because you have to pay for ads. So like how much money do I want to set aside for that? How often do I want to run ads? Do I even want to tumble down that lane? Because you know what they say about ads. And once you start falling into that, then like your organic or your posts without ads don't do as well organically, because that system is used to using ads. So like those are things that I want to start thinking about this month, that I have started thinking about already this month. And just being really, just maximizing my time, not really feeling like I have to rush. With my first book, my last book that I self-published, it just kind of all tumbled into things that I figured out along the way, but now I want to have a plan. So like with the title, it just kind of happened. With the word count, it just kind of happened. With the cover, it just kind of happened. With social media, it just kind of happened, which is not bad. Like I'm really proud of what I did there and proud of what I did for my first book. But now that I know what I know, I want to kind of go into it a little differently. So February is a month of planning for me. Like February is a month of really sitting down and thinking about the logistics, because writing is easy, but the other parts are not that easy, especially on the self-publishing route. So that is what February is going to look like for me. I'm super excited. I think I chose the perfect month for this because, like I said, it's a short month. So I'm not giving myself too much to get into this month. I'm not giving myself too many hard deadlines. I'm just going to keep these things on my mind. And hopefully at the end of this, the beginning of March, we can look back at February, go through my goals and see where we are. I think maybe like I'll do like, I kind of want to find like a running log of, or a way to, oh, Reezy will tell me like what days I've written so that we can look back at that next month. Like, it's going to be pretty cool. So if you don't have February goals, if you haven't thought about February goals, but you know that you want to continue progressing, I would suggest just maybe coming up with 2 or 3 very loose goals, like ones that don't stress you out, not something that you're like, I absolutely need to do this, but just like something that you can think back to and like consider again at a later date. Did I do this? How well did I do on this, etc.? Like, I just feel like it's nice to at least have things written out that we can strive for. And so that's what these goals are for me. I hope that this video implores you all to at least take a look at what your plan is for the month, especially it being a short month. Like, I think this is the best month to start with goals because it's not too long. Like, oh my gosh, setting goals is so difficult for me, and it's not a long month. So like, I don't have to do this for too long, you know? But if you haven't set your goals, if this video has inspired you to set a goal for the month of February, feel free to drop that down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.